Are you ready? Tonight I'm going to do a long-awaited and overdue mail call. I appreciate all the things that everybody has sent me. There's been so much over the years, and wow, I really appreciate it and feel blessed about that. Now, this first one here that I have that I want to show to you is a paint shaker called the Shake Master 4000 that Adrian over at AC Designs has made. They're on his website. You can get them there. And wow, what a handy tool. I mean, this thing is a great idea. He builds these, he welds them, paints them himself. He puts this really nice hose clamp on here. Nice thumb screw. Thing's not going to come off or anything. And you just put it on your Sawzall. And it's got a standard blade connection on it, so it'll fit any of them. But look at how this thing works. I mean, it shakes paint faster than you could ever do it any other way, I'm sure. It's awesome. Adrian, I want to thank you. This was such an awesome thing to send me. It's a great invention, and man, who doesn't use spray bombs all the time? It takes no time at all to prep your paint in a spray bomb with that. And that, like I said, is called the Shake Master 4000. And it's great. And then he also sent me this AC Designs t-shirt. Really nice t-shirt. I'm going to turn around and hopefully get on the back on the camera. But what it says is death before electric. And I think AC, we're pretty safe right now. They might still make some Teslas, but I think this big push for electric cars, it's almost over. Ask me. I've lost several $1 million in contracts the last 2 months because of that. And I think people smell the victory coming, hopefully, for Donald Trump, and he is going to change things up. And he'll let the market take care of this, not the government. So here's the back. Hopefully you can see that. And Adrian, this was a complete surprise to get this. I really appreciate you throwing it in with the package, and thank you very much. Everybody, you see Adrian's address and channel name and everything on this background that I'm showing here for him, but he'll also be in my description along with all of the others that I'll be speaking about tonight. Now, the next one that I have is iSpider Garage. Now, iSpider Garage is a pretty well-known channel. He and his daughter, Shiloh, that you can see here on the screen, do a lot of neat videos. And he's got a couple of vehicles going now. He's got Morticia, which I believe is a 52 Dodge Wayfarer, and he's got his 76, I believe it is, F-250 called Frankie that he's constantly working on and upgrading and doing things with. And it's a great channel. You got to see them, okay? And he includes his daughter in most of his videos. So it's really great. So Bryce came across this book called Where God Came Down. And it's a spectacular book. And what it does is it shows archaeological facts, undisputed facts that support the message in the Bible. And it's just terrific. And it they go through a lot of the archaeology and show like the old city of Jerusalem and where the temple site is. And here's just a little picture that you see, but there are hundreds of pictures like this in this book with a lot of explanation. And it goes over some Bible facts. It'll explain the interpretation of some of these. And it's just really, really, really cool. Bryce and Shiloh, I really appreciate this. I thank you for your generosity and the great friendship we've developed over the years. And I hope that continues on for years and years and years to come. So thank you for this book. It will help me in my studies. It will help me be able to take scripture verses and compare them to what the book says and use the information in here. And so, thank you. I'm going to set this up top here for a second. And the next person is Joey. Everybody knows Joey. Joey at Mill Creek Fab Shop. And don't forget Victor, his partner, his sidekick, maybe his boss, I'm not sure. You'll have to watch and see Victor for yourself. But Joey, it was so not coincidental, because I really don't believe in coincidences, okay? It was so cool, I'll say, that within a day or so of when I got Bryce's book, I got Joey's book. Joey sent me this book by Jonathan Cahn. Jonathan Cahn is a Bible teacher. He is a speaker, a Christian speaker. He does a lot with prophecy and whatnot. He's an extremely learned man. He is a Christian Jew and wonderful Bible teacher. And I really highly recommend this book because it'll help you understand what's going on in today's world. It's very, very accurate and great. I mean, I learn a lot from this. Now, it's called The Paradigm, and, there was about, gee whiz, maybe, when was 1982? It was a long time ago. But everybody at that time started talking about a new paradigm for manufacturing. And for me, I got into the high-tech manufacturing thing at that time. I became a CAD designer, computer-aided drafting. A couple years after that, I was promoted to the lead and the manager of the department, and just stuck with the high-tech stuff in manufacturing for the next, it's 47 years this year that I've been doing this. So it's been a long time. And people talked about a new paradigm, right? A new way of doing things that we've done for years already, but in a new way, okay? So we used to, cut and grind, and people would make models and build tools and dies to stamp out the parts on your car. And it was a different world. But now all of a sudden we've got this thing called computer-aided design and computer-aided manufacturing. Now today we've got far more. I've just watched this thing explode over the last 40 plus years. And it's a new way. It's a new paradigm. It's a different way, a better way to do something. So this book, The Paradigm, is going to show you things that happened in the Old Testament. How we say history repeats itself? And that's so true. We see things, whether it's in government or world politics or whatever, might even be in your family. Oh, your dad used to do that too, and history repeats itself. And the Bible is not different in that regard in many aspects, because many things that have happened in the Bible are happening again today. And he discusses that in this book. And he uses the Old Testament prophecies and histories to show us with amazing accuracy things that have happened in these last several years, to the day, to the hour, and sometimes to the minute of what happened 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, almost 5,000 years ago, that are recorded in God's Word. I highly recommend both of these books. You will learn a lot from them. The Paradigm, and then When God Came Down. Thank you, Joey. Make sure you watch Joey's channel. And by the way, on Joey's channel, I know a lot of you know him and you see him, doing a lot of metalwork and things like that. But I think he's starting to, at least I know there's at least one video out there showing his archery days. And if you didn't know that, Joey, with only one arm, shot archery competitively and was national champion several times. It's quite impressive. And I think you'd enjoy seeing that and how he did it and how he came up with his own specially customized release. So how do you release an arrow if you only have one arm? Go see Joey. He'll show you. All right. So now, the man that I call and you call Matt the Scrap Whisperer. Remember Matt the Scrap Whisperer? He whispers the scrap, and it no longer is scrap. It becomes a jewel or a diamond. It's amazing what this man can do. So let me show you what Matt sent to me. Matt, I want to thank you for this gift. This is a MIG gun. I call it portable. MIG gun holder, torch holder. You can throw other things over here. You can put your pliers in this little piece of square tubing. Hey, look at there. Arco's texting me. I'll get back with you, Arco. And it holds your torch in here. You can adjust it. This is a vice clamp. You can adjust it to different thicknesses of table that you may be working on. And I've got different tables, so that's really great. And you don't have to leave it on there and bump into it when you walk by and, hit yourself in the hip or the side and get a little angry maybe. This thing is so cool. It's ingenious, and it's made from some scrap, right? You got some scrap here, some scrap here, some scrap tubing here, and a vice grip, a real vice grip. And so Matt, I thank you so much for that. You're a great guy. You'll see in the picture here that he sometimes speaks with his hands. Now, if you watch that whole video that he's explaining right there, you'll see hands all the time, especially at the end of his video. Matt, you're a real gentleman, and we love watching what you do, and we learn a lot from you. And I want to say thank you very much for the MIG Torch portable handle. Thank you so much. I will be using this a lot. Appreciate it. Next, we have a gentleman some of you know and some of you don't know. His name is Branden, but he has a channel called Midnight Customs. Now, I want to talk to you about Branden, okay? He sent me some of his stickers, which I really appreciate. Here's one right here, and I already know where it's going. And actually, because I've been a YouTuber now for a few years, I know to pre-start the sticker before you stick it on when you're on camera. So I did that ahead of time. So this one is going right here on my 3-in-1. I'm going to space it the same as I have Peyton on the other side on his Peyton Speed Shop right here, and there we go. Now I have another one of his that I'll put on a different piece of equipment, and I want to say to Branden, I really like it, I really appreciate it, but here's what I really like. If I can talk about Branden for a minute. Branden is a extremely, I'm going to say, well-spoken man. Now he's not like the straight-laced guy that you couldn't have fun with. No, he's a man's man. He drives a truck. I'm talking he hauls big stuff, probably bigger than most everybody's seen so far, watching a semi go down the road or down the highway. And so he's a man's man, like I said. But he decided, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, something like that, not long ago, to get into this fabricating thing and YouTube and whatnot. And he is teaching himself how to weld. He's got a MIG, he's got an arc, and he's got a TIG. And one of those, or maybe two of them, are multi-process. He's also got a plasma cutter. Now, all this equipment is by Arc Captain, and they have been working with him to kind of demonstrate their products and work with them and show the quality that they make. And you can see on the upper corner in the picture behind me that he has come up with these welding carts. He's made 3 or 4 different versions. I think it's 3, but I'm not positive because I think he was working on another one. And if you need a welding cart, don't go to Harbor Freight or Miller or Lincoln or something like that. He will make you one exactly to your own specs. And I'm telling you, watch his channel. Watch how he teaches himself how to weld. Listen to him explain and talk. And you're going to be really impressed. I really love this guy. He's a super guy. Midnight Customs, that's his sticker. He also has the square ones that are a little bit bigger. And this one will find its way to another piece of equipment. But please go check out Branden. He's got a, I think it's a 72. Correct me if I'm wrong, Branden. Might be a 71, but I think it's a 72 C20. It's on the picture right behind me. I should know what year it is, but that he is also going to be restoring. So we're going to look forward to doing that. He's learning about sheet metal, but if nothing else, you will just enjoy the time you spend listening to him and watching him and hopefully getting to know him. I've had a really great time getting to know him. He's a great man and very, very smart, like I said, and just a good person to have as a friend. So Branden, I appreciate you. And I wanted to give you a shout out on this tonight and mention the stickers that you had sent me. And I just hope that this goes on for a long time. Thank you. The next channel I want to introduce to you, in case you don't know him yet, is Diecast Dream Customs, and that is Vic. Vic, formerly known as Functional Histories, is quite a talented human being, and he's funny too. When he was Functional Histories, I think he took on that name because of the type of projects he would do. He makes scale model die-cast cars, and they're extremely beautiful. I mean, the paint, everything that he does on them is just out of this world. And so Vic over there, you can see him behind me on the screen. He ended up making a car for Honest Peyton Speed Shop, and it's called Clyde. So I want you to go and check out Vic and check out his channel. You'll see it on the screen. It'll be in my description. And there's one particular video I really want you to watch, and that's the one about Clyde. And so there's a reason why that's my favorite one. He's got a ton of good ones. On the picture here, you see the Stone Soup car that he just got back from the No Name Nationals with, and you just have to go check him out if you haven't yet. His name is Vic. A lot of fun, super talented, and you will really, really enjoy him. And now for that reason that I mentioned just a minute ago, there are two people in this world, count them, two people in this world who have one of these. I'm going to try to get in close here so you can see it better. That is Clyde. And if you've been watching Honest Peyton Speed Shop for any period of time, you know Clyde. Clyde has been a YouTube superstar sensation. And Vic made two of these cars. Of course, Chad has number one, and I have the second one. And there's a kind of a common theme going here with Clyde with this two situation. Clyde, by the way, is never coming out of his garage right here that I'm holding in my hand. I am going to take care of him for many years, and then when Chad becomes, that superstar guy that everybody wants to know, I've got the number two Clyde, and I'm going to hang on to this for a long time. So, Chad, for sending me this, I can't thank you enough. This is awesome. Somebody had to take some time and really think about this to make this vehicle, and it's just an absolute perfect image of what Clyde is, and it's the whole deal, right? So you can see the front. It's functional, runs on E85. Oh, it's not that functional. But anyways, hey, my beard needs to be combed. Sorry. Chad, thank you. Vic, man, beautiful job on this. It just is fantastic. So this is one of the things that I received from Chad when I was... No, he mailed this to me. Actually, Vic mailed it directly to my house. This is one of the things that I have gotten from Chad in the last couple of months, but I've gotten so much stuff from Chad that I had to rent my neighbor's garage to put all the car parts out there. And it's been great. It's been really great. So hang on, I'm going to get you something else to see. This might make you cry. It's that special, okay? Don't go away. Okay. This, my friends, was the original Clyde steering wheel. This is the last piece I had to get for my tea bucket that we've affectionately named Larry. And I'll tell you that story another time. But the only piece I didn't have was a steering wheel. And Chad offered to give this to me, and he wouldn't take a penny for it. He was just so kind. I visited him and Melissa, his wife, and Peyton, his daughter, hence the name Honest Peyton's Speed Shop. Make sure you check them out. You can see all their information on the screen. And just like everybody, it is going to be in my description. So I got this steering wheel that will be in Larry. Now, a couple other things about my trip to Chad's house. They when you go there, they treat you like a king. They absolutely show you nothing but kindness and generosity and so many things that it really means a lot. We've become very good friends over the last several months, and man, I really cherish the friendship. He made me this shirt. Now, this is not one of two. This is one of one. And it's a custom design, and he sent this to me, and man, I'm telling you what, we've had a lot of fun over these last several months, and I'm sure we will for a long time to come. So something I'm going to be doing on my channel is some of the episodes when we build Larry are going to be called Clyde My Ride. I think you've probably seen some other car shows on TV, like on Motor Trend and some of the other hot rod channels that we have on our cable networks, where they might call it, I'm not going to do this, but there was a show called Pimp My Ride. There's other shows similar to that. I'm going to say Clyde My Ride. And some of the parts are from Clyde, some of them aren't, but they're from Chad. And what's Chad's is Chad's, and what's Chad's is Clyde's too. So that's why I'm going to be putting these things. I've got suspension. He gave me 2 front ends, tires and wheels, all this stuff. And a couple of the items I did pay for, but it was pennies, pennies, pennies on the dollar. And most of this stuff was gifted to me. There's so much I can't even remember it all in my head, and I had to rent my neighbor's garage over there to store it all. This guy gives without expecting anything in return, and I just hope that I can, give him back something in return. We have a really great friendship, and I respect him a lot. His wife, Melissa, is a queen. I mean, she is fantastic, so nice. And then Peyton, of course, I got to spend time with all 3 of them at Arco's Resurrectors Reunion car show that day. Beautiful, hot, sunny day, and spent a lot of time talking with them as well as other people there at the show. But I just want to say to Chad and your family, I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all that you have provided me with for my project. It really means a lot to me, and so there's going to be a lot of Clyde on this car, and I'm looking forward to doing all of that work and thinking about the fun we've had together, both in Minnesota and then online here with YouTube. But hey, man, thank you. And to everybody else, I love you all. Thank you so much for just being part of my life on YouTube here. And many of you I've met in person and had wonderful times together. And it makes this big world a little bit smaller. We can't meet everyone in person, but we can meet some in person. And the others, we can take advantage of the technology and enjoy each other's friendships as well. So to everybody that's watching this, to everybody that gifted me these wonderful different things that you sent my way, I want to say thank you. I love you all, and God bless you. I will see you soon.